What's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. So, oh yeah. We're going to talk about some Andrew Yang.
Yes! Yes!
And I know you guys must be excited. I know you guys love coming onto this channel and talking about Andrew Yang. You guys are probably cutting the rug right now. So. What I wanted to talk about this time was something that was actually brought up a couple days ago. Okay? And my Twitter feed was going absolutely bananas. It was going nuts. Right? And I tried to keep up with it as best as I could. And it was interesting, some of the results that I saw, and I wanted to present it to the channel and hear what you guys had to say about it. So what am I talking about? Well, John Blevins, who is an avid, Yang supporter, a very intellectual individual, and just so happens to be a supporter of my channel. He supported it, for quite a while now, and is now a Patreon member. And I thank him for all his support. Well, John tagged me in a post. It was me, PSP Radio, Scott Stanton's, Paget, Fred the Felon, and B-Box Reality. We were all tagged in a post, and he asked a particular question. Okay? And what he asked was... Well, what he stated and what he asked was, he said, a lot of the Yang Gang have proven to be nothing more than posers. Now, calm down. Relax. When you tell somebody to calm down and relax, they always do the opposite. Isn't that true? But I don't think he's wrong. I've seen it. Again, I've seen some really toxic pockets in the community. I've encountered it, so he's not wrong there. I wonder how many original Yanksters, so it sounds like he's talking about the people that were on board, at the very beginning or near the very beginning, would have been on board had Andrew Yang ran as a Republican. Now, that is quite the interesting question, if I do say so myself, and I do. Would you have still supported Andrew Yang had he run as a Republican? Well, first, I'm going to give you my truth. And again, feel free to comment below, follow along the video, and let me know how you feel. So, I almost lied to you guys. Since becoming more politically aware, right, within the last couple years, I haven't played Red versus Blue. I do not play Red versus Blue. When I was younger, when I was a kid, when I was a teen, I was often led to believe that the Democrats were, the way to go, and you'll see that a lot in the African American community. That was sort of like instilled in you. If you were, weren't politically inept to begin with. A lot of people don't bother voting or care to vote at all. But, the people that, had some sort of semblance of what was going on, they usually said Democrat. Now, as an adult, I don't play Red versus Blue. Because I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Neither party truly cares about you. They don't. Or the people that are the figureheads of these parties don't care about you. And the very small, minute of people in these parties that do tend to get overshadowed and slandered and booted to the side and cut off by the legs rather quickly. And I've learned, a while ago to not play Red versus Blue. So, asking this question and asking, well, would you have voted for Yang as a Republican? The answer is if he had the same policies and he had the same morals and he was still spouting the same things he was spouting when he ran as a Democrat, then the answer would be yes, because it's policy over everything. And I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. You don't want to see me blue in the face. If I'm blue in the face, something is real wrong. Call the police. Yeah, I'm telling you to call the police immediately. Get them here if I'm blue in the face. But yeah, if he was saying the same, had the same rhetoric and was saying the same things, why wouldn't I? Because policy over everything else. A lot of people do. Some people put ethnicity over it. Some people put gender over it. Some people vote off of emotional feelings and things along those lines. When at the end of the day, it's policy, baby. It's policy, baby. I cast this vote and it made me feel good. Yeah, but their policies were shit. So what did you really do? But I'm not going to voter shame you. You do what you will. It's about policies. So yes, if Andrew Yang ran as a Republican and was saying the same things he was saying, I would vote for Andrew Yang. But there's a deeper meaning to this question. And that is, could Andrew Yang have run as a Republican? And would Andrew Yang run as a Republican? Could he? I think he could have. Would he? Absolutely not. Because, and I'm not talking about the average person. I'm not talking about citizens. I'm talking about the hierarchy. You understand when I say this? As far as morality goes, I think Andrew Yang has a lot more in common with the Dems than he does with the Republican Party. Okay? Now, there were plenty of Republicans that liked his rhetoric. I mean, he was one of the few people that had crossover appeal. It was himself. It was Tulsi Gabbard, who was dominating at one point. And it was Bernie Sanders, who was also dominating at one point. It flipped a couple times. They had a lot of Republican appeal. Republicans, said they would support this candidate. Because you got to remember, about 30% of the Republican base is diehard Trump fans. The rest can be swayed. They can be swayed. But I digress. I think he has more in common as far as virtues and morality and things along those lines with the Dems than he does the Republicans, and I don't think he would run as a Republican. If you listen to things he says about the humanity first, about war, about climate change, there's certain things that matter to him that are sort of dead in the water in the Republican Party, right? The Republican Party that's running the show. And I just don't think it would happen. I don't think he would do it unless there was a huge change in the Republican Party and how they operated, which it's not going to be. You have to remember, the Democrats, it's shifted so much. The Democrats now, mostly, and don't be fooled, because media will try to switch it. The Democrats now mostly operate like how the Republican Party operated years and years ago. A lot of these Democrats operate like modest Republicans. And then the Republicans have gone even more to the right. So it's been a shift, right? The Democratic Party has shifted to moderate Republicans, and the Republicans have shifted to the right even more so. All right? Don't get it twisted. You'll have plenty of news organizations saying they're left, they're radicals, they're all socialists. There were times where they were calling Joe Biden a socialist. I've seen it. All smear, all scare tactics. The Democratic Party are corporate Democrats. Now, inside that Democratic Party, there are small, bubbles of farther left candidates who have been doing, well in the last voting cycle that just happened. They've been doing pretty decent, and they're talking about Medicare for all, and they're talking about universal basic income, and they're talking about things like that. But the party as a whole, they're moderate. They operate like moderate Republicans, and the Dems seem to be better socially. They will bend a lot more on social issues than the Republicans ever will. Now, that doesn't make the party appealing to me necessarily, because, the social issues are cool when you're not pandering. So a lot of times they're often pandering. But the social issues are cool, but it's the economic issues that really need a lot of attention to it. So yeah, I would vote for Andrew Yang if he ran as a Republican and he had the same rhetoric that he did now. I just don't see that ever happening. So my Twitter feed was going bananas, right? And a lot of people were on board with what I was saying. And I kind of just wanted to go through some of them and see what people were saying, right? So, and I'm probably going to butcher some of these names. I'm B. Bach. I'm B. Bach. That's this person's name. I'm not kidding. People over party. I'm not a fan of the political parties. They only have their own interests at heart, not the people's. I agree 100%. Let me heart that. I can't believe I didn't heart that before. Let's see what other people are saying. It was very interesting. Very interesting. So Mike Mann with 2 N's says, party matters 0% to me. It's all about character, policy, and capacity. I'm also 100% against cult-like behavior. I don't ever subscribe to a person. You need to subscribe to my channels, bruh. Oh! But only to ideas. I support good people as long as they advocate for those ideas. So far, everyone's in alignment. We're agreeing. So Martin Pepper says, it's a completely implausible scenario. Yang's platform was solution-focused and essentially party-agnostic, but it never ever could have become a Republican platform. It fails way too many of their recent 20 to 30 years religious and economic litmus tests. Bruh, I'm going to give that a heart. I agree 100%. And that was Martin Pepper, like what you put on food and sneeze at. Remash Guya. I really hope I'm saying y'all names correctly. Original Yanksters, he have been here for a long time, and it wasn't because he ran as a Dem. It's all about the man and his policies. Guys, you're doing my heart wonders. Everybody's saying policy. I dig that a lot. Thank you. So Paget says, interesting question. I'd like to know all the answers to this as well. Bobby Amnick, he's got a goof troop picture, so I'm going to give you credit there. No one has talked about the fact that Andrew Yang could just run as a Republican in 2024 if we get Biden. Why? I don't understand why it just run as a Democrat. I don't understand. Vegans for Andrew Yang says his platform would be unattainable in the Republican Party. Aggressive climate policy, pro-choice, gun control, and a new tax are non-starters for GOP presidential candidates. The media blackout will be even worse. Pro-life is a hard line for a big chunk of the GOP base. Agreed. I'm going to give that a heart. Oblivious says he could easily change his positions on many of these and play it off that he's seen better data. So he'd be lying. You're not going to get a heart for that, Oblivious. Hence your name. White Rabbit says, I hate both parties. I'm here for the thoughtful policy unifying message. I dig it. John Munitz, who is very active on Twitter. I see him all the time. Are we not following each other? John, if you're watching this, why aren't we following each other? I need answers. I would have seriously questioned why he would identify as a Republican, given his policies, and how he could have stood with the Republican Party for so long, given his policies. Being real, I probably would not have supported Yang and would have supported Bernie Sanders. Aha, I'm going to give that a heart. That's an interesting Interesting take there. John, I see what you're saying. I dig it. I get what you mean. Deb Roberts, hi Deb, says, if Andrew Yang had run as a Republican or independent or green or dark horse duo with his platform, values, and personality, I'd be on board 1,000%. I hear you, Deb. I love your enthusiasm. Click. You get a heart. Another person saying, wouldn't care. It's the character of the person. Do I have any? I'm trying to see if there's any that'd be like out of left field, no pun intended. I don't have any party affiliation. Hold My Beer says, I don't have any party affiliation, and I would support him no matter what. Party loyalty is what's wrong with this country when it comes to politics, in my opinion. I'll heart that. Yeah, so David Ho says, exactly, I'm not a Reagan Republican. I'm a Rockefeller Republican. We believe in free markets, environmentalism, and R&D funding, infrastructure, and a social safety net. We exist, though our voices today are drowned out by the Tea Party and the MAGA people. That's what I was saying. That 30% of Trump's base, I'm going to give you a heart, brother. They're loud. They're loud. So, and John says, thank you for keeping it real. Your authenticity is refreshing. So I'll stop there. It looks like most people agree with me because I'm always right. I'm kidding. Don't come at me. But yeah, if Yang ran as Republican, I would vote for him. But like I said in the original, and this is my first time reading all, like really going through these messages. So I didn't have a bias from what based off of what people were saying beforehand. He wouldn't run as a Republican. I don't see it. There's too many different values that he carries that the Republican establishment just doesn't. Yang was trying to give people money during this pandemic. The Republicans didn't want any of it. And then the corporate Dems wanted less than what even Yang was presenting. You see how fucked up that is? So Yang was like, yes, give people money every month until this blows over. The corporate Dems are like, let's give them 2, maybe 3 checks, possibly, maybe. And the Republicans are like, they don't need shit. So, big gap, big difference, big disparity. But I just wanted to talk about it because it was blowing up on my Twitter mentions. And it was something I wanted to get at and talk to you guys about. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Would you vote for Andrew Yang if he ran as Republican? Do you agree that he wouldn't run as a Republican? Or do you think he could pull it off? Would you vote for him if he ran third party? I think I know the answer to that already. But let me know in the comment section below. And so yeah, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just hip thrust that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, a Venmo, a Patreon. All the links are in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Most of my videos get demonetized, so every little bit helps. Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a good one. Stay safe. Peace.
Sometimes I'm feeling high, but sometimes I'm feeling low. I wanna stay inside, I could call my bed my home. I've been trapped inside my mind, that's what keeps me in the zone. I think that I'll be fine, but I do not really know, yeah. It's too late for me, not too late for you. To be great, you'll see, the pain's worth the truth. I don't wanna be just someone that's new. I speak my mind so free, so you could hear the truth. Yeah, I know that we all have fear. In the back of our minds we hear the devil that's in our ear. Let it push you to see more clear. I don't wanna think about the pain no more. Everybody's not the same. We all open different doors. Yeah, we've all got different brains. That's what keeps starting these wars. I just stay within my lane, hope my words even score. I just try to keep it